Dear students, today we are going to study about blood groups and blood typing. In the earlier times, people experimented with animal blood for transfusion and the result was fatal. It resulted in the death of the person when the animal blood was transfused. And later, human blood was experimented for transfusion, and in that case the results were unpredictable. That is, sometimes the person will survive and sometimes the person will die. And it was in 1900 that Karl Landsteiner discovered the blood group. He discovered that the blood of different individuals differed chemically, and hence there are different blood types in human beings. Karl Landsteiner discovered that on the surface of the RBC plasma membrane, an antigen is present, and the blood group of the person is determined by the type of the antigen present on the surface of the RBC plasma membrane. And the plasma, that is the liquid part of the blood, is having the antibodies. Here you can see the antigen on the surface of the plasma membrane and antibody is present in the plasma. He discovered that there are two types of antigens, A antigen and B antigen, and there are four blood types, A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O blood group. So Karl Landsteiner discovered that there are four blood types, A, B, AB and O. And these different types of blood groups is based on the type of the antigen present on the surface of the RBC plasma membrane. RBC is the red blood cell that is present in the blood of the persons. So here you can see the RBC with the A antigen on the surface. So the blood group, the blood in which the RBC is having A antigen on the surface of the plasma membrane belongs to the A blood type. And the B blood group individuals are having the antigen B antigen on the surface of the RBC plasma membrane. Then AB blood group individuals, they have both A antigen and B antigen on the surface of the RBC plasma membrane. And O blood group individuals, they are not having A antigen or B antigen. So no antigen is present on the surface of the RBC plasma membrane in the case of O blood group individuals. When it comes to the case of antibodies in the plasma, A blood group individuals, they have anti-B antibody, B blood group individuals have anti-A antibody, and AB blood group individuals, they have no antibody in the plasma. Then O blood group individuals, they have both anti-B antibody and anti-A antibody in the plasma. So I repeat once again, A blood group individuals, they have A antigen in the RBC plasma membrane, and in the plasma they have anti-B antibody. Then B blood group individuals, they have antigen B on the surface of RBC and anti-A antibody in the plasma. AB blood group individuals, they have both A antigen and B antigen on the surface of RBC, and in the plasma they have no antibodies. Then O blood group individuals, they have no antigens on the surface of the RBC, but in the plasma they have both the antibodies, that is anti-A antibody and anti-B antibody is present in the plasma. Now what happens if there is a mismatch during the blood transfusion? If there is a mismatch, the antigen on the surface of the RBC will react with the antibodies in the plasma, and it will result in the clumping of the RBCs, and this is called agglutination, and these agglutinated cells, they will block the blood vessels and they will undergo lysis or rupture, which is called hemolysis, and this leads to the death of the person. And it is the antibody of the recipient's blood that is reacting with the antigen of the donor's blood. So the antigen in the present of antibody in the plasma of the recipient's blood is reacting with the antigen present on the surface of the RBC of the donor's blood, and this results in the clumping or agglutination of RBCs. Then let us see who can donate and who can receive the blood. Here you can see the type A blood which is having the antigen A on the surface of RBC, and the anti-B antibody is present in the plasma. So he can receive blood only, he cannot receive blood from B blood type and AB blood type. He can receive blood only from A blood type and O blood type. Now let us see why. If A type blood is transfused with B type, so if a person with A blood group is receiving blood from B type, what will happen? The anti-B antibody in the plasma of the recipient's blood will react with the antigen B on the surface of the donor's RBC, and this will result in clumping. And if he receives blood from AB person, then also the anti-B antibody will react with the antigen B on the surface of the donor RBC. So he cannot receive blood from B blood type and AB blood type. So A blood type individuals can receive blood only from A or O blood type. Then coming to the case of B blood group. A B blood group individual can receive blood only from B blood group and from an O blood type person. If he receive blood from A blood type, then the anti-A antibody will react with antigen A and result in agglutination. If he receives blood from AB blood type, then also the anti-A antibody will react with antigen A present on the donor RBC. So he can receive blood only from B blood type and O blood type. Then coming to the case of type AB. The type AB individuals, they are not having any antibodies. Neither anti-A antibody nor anti-B antibody is present in the plasma of AB blood type individual. So there is no problem. He can receive blood from all blood types. So since there is no antibody in the plasma of AB blood type individuals, the agglutination reaction will not occur, and AB blood type individuals can receive blood from all other blood types, and that is why AB blood type is called the universal recipient. Then coming to the O blood type. O blood type individuals cannot receive blood from A, B or AB. This is because the O blood type individuals are having both antibodies, anti-A antibody and anti-B antibodies in the plasma. So if he receives blood from A blood type, then the anti-A antibody will react with the antigen A. If he receives blood from B blood type, then the anti-B antibody will react with the B antigen. So he cannot if he receives AB blood type, then both anti-A antibody and anti-B antibody will react with the antigens on the surface of the AB RBC. So he can receive blood only from O blood type, but he can donate blood to all the blood types. Here you can see that O blood type can be transfused to A individual, O blood type can be transfused to B individual, and O blood type can also be transfused to AB individual. So that is why O blood type is said to be the universal donor, but he can receive blood only from O blood type persons. Now, in addition to A and B antigen, there is another antigen present on the surface of the RBC, which is called the Rh factor. It is called Rh factor because it was first discovered in the blood of rhesus monkey. So the Rh stands for rhesus. And if a person is having Rh antigen, he is said to be Rh positive, and if he is not having Rh antigen, he is designated as Rh negative. Here you can see this blood type is having A antigen and Rh antigen, so his blood type is identified as A positive, and here the only A antigen is present on the surface of the RBC and Rh antigen is absent, so his blood type will be A negative. And the antibodies against this Rh antigen is not normally present, and these antibodies are synthesized in the body of a person if he gets exposed to this Rh antigen. Here, this is a condition which is called erythroblastosis fetalis. It is a condition which arises due to maternal fetal incompatibility. Here you can see the father is Rh positive and the mother is Rh negative. And if the mother conceives, the child will be Rh positive since one of the parents is Rh positive. So the child will be Rh positive, and the Rh positive child is developing in the womb of the Rh negative mother. And if there is a chance for the mixing of maternal and fetal circulation, the fetal RBCs with Rh antigen will enter into the maternal circulation, and this will result in the production of the maternal body is getting exposed to Rh antigen, and the mother will produce anti-Rh antibodies. But this will take some time, and by that time the first child will be born without any problem. And if the mother conceives for a second time, and if the child is Rh positive, and the maternal anti-Rh antibodies which are already present in the body of the mother will act upon the RBC of the fetus, and during the second pregnancy, the maternal anti-Rh antibodies will act upon the RBC of the Rh positive fetus, and this will cause the clumping or agglutination of the fetal RBCs. So this condition is called erythroblastosis fetalis, and the child may die soon after birth, or the child will die before birth. So that condition is erythroblastosis fetalis. So that is about blood group and the blood donation. So when a person is receiving blood, we have to first confirm the blood type of the person. We should know our blood type and also the blood type of the person from whom we are receiving the blood. Thank you.